Post-millennial. Jewish NYC fire commissioner resigns 1 day after Mamdani mayoral win. Oh, boy. And so it begins. That's what Trump said, right? Mm-hmm. The resignation came first thing Wednesday morning, sources told the New York Post. And Tucker, a Jewish philanthropist and businessman, will be stepping down from the role on December 19th, just over 12 months after taking the role. The letter obtained by the New York Daily News stated, between now and then, I will continue to lead the greatest fire department in the world and will ensure an orderly transition. A source in the FDNY told the outlet there have been no talks between Tucker and Mamdani's team about him staying on as commissioner, and added that Tucker reportedly felt he would not fit in with Mamdani and his team. Was there anything explicitly about him being Jewish as to why he's resigning?
No, that wasn't part of it. And in fact, it was just all coming from sources who saw the letter, etc. So
we don't know that he actually resigned.
We don't know. Well, apparently there was a resignation letter, but we don't know if it had something specifically to do with him being Jewish. We do know, I mean, Jessica Tisch is Jewish. She's the police commissioner, and Mamdani had said that he would keep Tisch on, and she's been doing, by all accounts, a pretty bang-up job. So I don't know necessarily that it has anything to do with his being Jewish, but it certainly is interesting that he does not feel that he would fit in with the, socialist mayoral agenda.
There was, if anybody here knows who Deborah Messing is, she's an actress, Will and Grace. She's in very big trouble from people on her own side of the aisle. She's a longtime advocate for LGBTQ rights. She was in Will and Grace, which was like formative show for that type of topic. And she posted a meme yesterday of like a ballot that said, a regular Democrat, and at the bottom it said, is an Islamic jihadist, Karl Marx quoting blah, 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 blah. And then the meme is that the other option was just a regular Democrat. And I was just laughing. I'm like, there are no regular Democrats.
There's no
anymore.
regular
Like
Democrats
she had the party stolen out from under her because she is famously very anti-Trump as well. Meaning like back in 2019, she posted like a tweet about like wanting to get a list, like a blacklist of Trump supporters in Hollywood. And he called her like a McCarthy. Trump got involved and called her like a McCarthy, like McCarthy. And then later he admitted that he used to have a crush on her because of her red hair. It was like a whole thing. But the point is, all this happened because hatred of Trump allowed their party to be stolen out from under them. They were too busy hating him to realize what was coming into places like New York City.
Well, they aligned themselves with a faction that sought to destroy them.
She's also Jewish, so that's why I think a big part of it. She's cited Cuomo being like, he's a leader, he's got experience. We can debate all day whether Cuomo is a great candidate,
but for the most part, religious Jews oppose Mamdani, and non-religious Jews are cool with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea that this is about Trump, I think that's an error, though. I think that most of the people that voted, voted for Mamdani, like they're really voting thinking that capitalism is their problem.
I don't think so. I don't think they know one way or the other. Like that video we played where the dude asks the woman about Zohran's policies, and she's like, that can't be right. I'd be willing to bet that 8 out of 10 of the people you talk to on the street of New York who voted for Mamdani are going to be like, I think he'll do a good job. That's it. They're not going to tell you what he's going to do.
I think they just wanted to vote for the, cute guy who smiles big and makes them feel morally superior to others because they're voting for the brown guy.
I mean, I think that's true for a lot of the young white women who voted for him.
Exactly.
But I think most people who voted for him are going to be like, derp.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people that nowadays that don't look at socialism the way that honestly you should, and they don't see the danger in it, and they don't understand it. They think that socialism means free things. They think that socialism means that he's going to make, it means that, you'll get this for free or whatever. And I think that was a big driving factor. It was the nice vote. It's he'll make sure that everyone's taken care of. It's very maternal kind of thing about it. It's not that there was a significant pushback against Trump.
It is unfortunate that, what is it, 84% of 18 to 29-year-old women voted for Mamdani because it just says terrible things about their IQ. Mamdani promised things the mayor can't do. It's the craziest. Like, guys, if you nominate me to be head of the HOA, I will give you jetpacks. You can't. I might vote. It's not a thing.
Like this is the guy.
I can say whatever I want.
I was feeling like Mamdani is that guy who runs for student body president, promising to eliminate homework. It's like
extended recess.
I should do this.
You don't have a say. You don't get to decide that.
I should do this. I should run for office and just promise things that are kind of in the realm of possibility, but not within my purview. Like, I will write checks for $100 to everyone. Just That's it. Everybody gets a check for $100. When I'm president, I will personally, because you know the United States is rich. Come on, you know it.
Sure.
Exactly. I will write a check to everybody for $500. Look at it this way. There's 330 million people in this country. We bring in trillions of dollars per year. I only need $333 million to give everyone $1 million. And they'll all believe it. And they'll be like, he's right. Gosh darn it.
Wait, wasn't there a tweet like that a couple of years ago?
No, this was Brian Williams on TV with some woman. She was like, it's amazing. Michael Bloomberg spent $500 million. And, there was this tweet. And it's like, it is pretty amazing when you think about it. And she's like, he could have given everyone $1 million instead of campaigning. And it's like, no, you moron. It's $1.50.
Yeah.
It's going to give everyone $1.60 something. But people are really dumb. So, hey, let's roll with it. So I can be president and do whatever I want. All I got to do is offer more free stuff than these people offer.
But that's part of the team sport mentality of politics now. It's like you said earlier, Trump said grocery prices are down. They're not. Like, you should assume all politicians are looking to, at the very least, double speak to you and give you a half truth because that's their job.
Look at Zohran Mamdani. He's like, grocery prices are high because of price gouging.
Yeah.
I'll open government grocery stores, and that will solve all of your problems.
The government never overcharges anybody.
No. This is ludicrous, Zohran Mamdani, you fascist, you far-right capitalist, okay? I'm going to open grocery stores where they give you the food for free and pay you for coming.
Yep.
They
Why?
pay you an entry fee.
Exactly. Because, you're the one who makes the grocery store possible by being a patron. Think about it. If there's no patrons, no grocery store.
I thought it was interesting, too. Like, he's got this plan to tax the billionaires in New York City. There's 123 billionaires. Like, it's just
In the world?
No, just in New York City.
That's a lot.
He's also said
it's
millions.
the
They're gonna
city
leave.
that has the most billionaires, sure.
Just leave.
But like these guys, whoever these people are, these 123, that's it, 123 people. They have houses in lots of places already. They don't have to have New York City be their primary residence.
Exactly.
They don't have to have America be their primary residence. They don't have to do any of that at all.
But
It's shockingly easy to just go move somewhere else when you're a billionaire.
But he's also said that he's going to tax, everyone that makes more than $1 million, they're going to get a 2% tax.
Right. Yeah.
Look, and you tell anyone that their taxes are going to go up by $20,000 just because, and that's if you make $1 million, right? That's just the very, very entry level
in New York
is
City is not that
$20,000.
much.
It's not. What was that?
$1 million in New York City is not that.
No, of course not. But the point is, to people that don't have a pot to piss in, it sounds like a ton of money. But if you tell anyone at all your taxes are going to be increased by $20,000 just because, they're going to be like, well, how do I avoid that?
This is the problem with the developmentally disabled being allowed to vote and run for office, okay? There's something called the Laffer curve, which is the point at which when you tax too much, you make less money. So the story that I like to tell is Cook County, DuPage County, Home Depot story. I learned this when I was like 18 because my friend's dad was a contractor, and I forgot how it came up, but there was a Home Depot in Cook County that closed down and reopened several months later in DuPage County, which was like 10 miles down the road. And what was explained to me, Cook County increased their sales tax by like 0.01% or something like this. And so there was a Home Depot. They said, we're closing. We're going to reopen in DuPage where we don't got to pay that sales tax. And I was saying, that sounds stupid. I mean, I understand you're paying more in taxes, but is it really worth moving? And what my friend's dad said was, contractors will drive an extra 50 miles if it means saving a couple $100,000 a year in materials costs, because you're not just going to the store to spend $50 here and there. You're doing massive lumber orders and getting tools. But a lot of these deliveries, you're ordering from Home Depot massive amounts of lumber that gets delivered to the site. So if you're spending millions of dollars over the year, even 0.01% is not worth it. You may as well put in the order someone else. It's coming for delivery. Why pay the taxes on it? And I was like, oh, wow. So Cook County lost money by increasing tax revenue. How about that? More importantly, because I grew up playing Civilization, I understood very simply, when you increase the taxes on your cities, you make less money because people stop spending and they don't have money to spend. And then I was like, in Civ 2, I love it. They revolt. They stop, your economy stagnates, you stop generating gold, and you're like, oh, maybe that was a bad idea. But Zohran Mamdani either doesn't know or doesn't care.
I think it's probably a combo.
It's real simple. I got to tell you, if you make $1 million a year and he says $20,000 extra gone, people are going to be like, I think I'll spend that $20,000 on an apartment across the river in Jersey, and I'll stop coming to New York.
Jersey City's going to get real nice.
To be fair, though, they have the reciprocity between Jersey and New York because of this. And if you spend more than half the year in New York, they'll tax you at the full rate.
Right.
And so I think it's fair to say people are the estimates right now are that property values in Florida, Tennessee, and Texas are going to skyrocket. Because these are like big Republican strongholds. Texas and Florida are a bit full, so some speculate that Nashville might start popping off.
Nashville has been popping off.
It's been popping off. But now with New York, it's not as far south as Texas or Florida. So for people who don't like that hot of weather, Nashville seems to be the place to be.
Yeah, it gets to be chilly in the winter.
It doesn't snow all that much in Nashville, but it is closer to New York than, Florida is. So it's going to be really amazing when Zohran first doesn't do anything because he can't. But what he does do just burns New York to the ground. And the problem is no one's going to learn a lesson. Eli was talking about it. I read this article from Coleman Hughes where he said the cure for Marxism is experiencing Marxism. I'm like, no, it isn't.
No.
Because Maduro is still in power. Because the Chinese communists are still in power. That's not correct.
You can vote Marxism in, but you have to shoot your way out, right? Isn't that what they say about it?
Yes, but the issue with New York is that you can't even do that.
No, because they don't let you have guns.
Well, it's not just that. It's that unless the argument is in New York, there's going to be armed rebellion against New York City government, which there's not going to be, people will just leave, and then New York will crumble. And that's probably the intention.
There was a point where Detroit was this massive industry leader. I mean, Detroit made Pennsylvania, or made Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was providing all the steel for Detroit. Detroit was like the mecca for economic activity in the U.S. And that ended because of I think a lot of the manufacturers left.
Yeah, and then there were all those riots.
Yeah, and the city crumbled. That can happen to New York. I mean, it'll be different conditions.
It did happen in New York. At the end of the 70s and into the 80s, like people thought that New York would never recover, and it literally took Rudy Giuliani, going ham on that city. I mean, the difference between before he was elected, just like walking around downtown, and after, it was so different. I mean, it was like, I don't know if you guys remember.
Well, I mean, I've seen you can look at pictures, and there are pictures of New York, New York City, where it looks like Lebanon.
Yeah,
like it looks like there's an actual war zone going on.
I mean, when I was a kid, it was like my mom would be like, "These are the places you never go," and it included walking by the river. It included, the entire East Village and Alphabet City. Like, don't go there. No going to the Lower East Side. Like, none of that. We'd walk through Times Square because she would take me to shows and stuff. We'd walk through Times Square, and there would be like tons of hookers and strip clubs and weird stuff going on. Like, the first time I saw pornography, it was a black and white newspaper that the wind blew and stuck to my leg.
And Mamdani's talked about, things that will usher in that kind of behavior again. He wants to decriminalize prostitution, which, I mean, look, I'm not.
That's part of the DSA.
Child trafficking coming back with a vengeance. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.